They are carried down from generation to generation and whispered around wood fires. They strike fear in the hearts and minds of both children and grown-ups. Their prey can take many forms, including bloodthirsty night creatures, vengeance-seeking ghouls, and sinister vortices. And the terror grows with each telling. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Thank you for joining us today. Today we will be speaking about 5 frightening urban legends that will make your blood run cold. Please watch the entire video to figure out all the details. And guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click the bell notification. Alright then, let's get started. Whether folklore or legend, certain terrifying stories have been passed down through generations. These stories told around campfires, at sleepovers, by parents attempting to keep their children in line, or by locals about the haunted house down the street. They're passed down through generations and whispered around campfires. From a severely deformed man lurking in a tunnel, to a creepy clown stalking children, to a ghost ship on the river and haunted hotels, these stories are enough to make even the bravest person fearful. Or at least it made you think twice about entering a room or walking under a bridge. Some of these urban legends are pure fiction, or so we believe, while others are based on true events, making them even creepier. A local tragedy or strange next-door neighbor has become a surreal omen. Irrespective, the terror endures and the legend continues with each telling. America is a folklore-rich country where urban legends are almost always mixed in and sprinkled into our collective nightmares. However, some of our country's most eerie and persistent stories, whether rooted in local folklore or used to synthesize local tragedy, don't travel far. Never fear, or rather please fear, we have tracked down 5 of the spookiest urban legends in all 50 states, and the macabre collection of tales is sure to frighten you no matter where you live. Dead Children's Playground in Alabama. This unnerving playground near Maple Hill, Huntsville's oldest cemetery, has more than just an eerie moniker for fun. The playground was almost likely constructed to keep children entertained while their parents visited loved ones' graves. According to legend, the spirits of children buried in the graveyard since the first grave was dug there in 1822 come out to play at night. The person who lives has seen orbs of light fall down the slide, swings move on their own, and even heard grinning. Even creepier, some believe the spirits include victims of a rash of child murders in the 1960s, when bodies were rumored to have been discovered in the area that now houses the playground. The playground didn't open until 1985, so imagine how often pent-up energy the little spirits had after 163 years without the need for a slide. The city attempted to bulldoze the playground in 2007 to create more space for gravers, and the slides and swings were removed overnight. It was altered with more modern equipment after public outcry, making it a little less creepy to look at and presumably culminating in some satisfying ghosts. Paranormal investigators had also visited the Dead Children's Playground and disclosed strange events and heard children's laughter. Passers-by and visitors frequently report similar incidents, together with hearing children call them, hearing them play, swings moving on their own, orbs floating around the playground, or even spatial frequency graphs. There are no precise statistics to determine how many families died or were buried in Huntsville during the disease outbreak, but the number could be hundreds. People are skeptical about whether the playground is haunted or not. Whether you believe it or not, the Dead Children's Playground is one of Alabama's most terrifying urban legends. The Triangle of Alaska. Alaska's response to the Bermuda Triangle encompasses an area ranging from near Juneau in the southeast to the northern Barrow region to the western metropolis of Anchorage. It consists of some of the most barren wilderness in the U.S. and presumably craves souls. Over the last half-century, more than 20,000 people have gone seriously lacking without a trace in the region. Are they being devoured by mythological beings such as the pretty formidable Kilat or the ghoulish kidnapper Kualupalik, getting lost on dangerous hikes, or simply disappearing into the dark vortex? Nobody knows. But it isn't for lack of trying. When the government lost House Majority Leader Hailbug Cessna in the Triangle in 1972, a massive search yielded a plethora of conspiracy theories, but no bodies. Lingot Lore has been found to correlate the area with evil spirits, and roguish demons have been blamed for bringing more people to a chilly death. Everybody else presumes an electromagnetically inspired vile vortex surrounds the area. Others believe it is a Darwinian result of explorers confronting nature. Regardless, the area keeps claiming lives, and beneath that massive blanket of snow and rock is likely one of the world's largest and best mass graves. According to another theory, the Triangle is home to humongous turbulence energy vortexes. The rotation of these energy centers is thought to influence human emotions and behavior. A clockwise rotating vortex produces positive results, whereas a counterclockwise spin produces negativity and perplexity. Electronic readings revealed higher intensities of magnetic irregularities in Alaska, and search teams reported compass system failure up to 30 degrees off. Volunteers frequently report strange symptoms such as disorientation and auditory hallucinations while searching the area. The many horrors of Turnbull Canyon in California. Turnbull, positioned near Los Angeles between Whittier and City of Industry, is a 49,000-acre smorgasbord of nightmare fuel set among the scenic hills. Do you want your scares to have a historical basis? The natives called it Hutungna, or the place of the devil, because it is said to be haunted by the ghosts of those who were killed for refusing to convert to Christianity, as well as witches and Satanists who allegedly used the canyon to sacrifice children, spirits of whom now walk the canyon and dangle from trees. They have decided to join the ghosts of 21 children who died in a plane crash in 1952, supposedly because there's no record. Then there are the ruins of an old insane asylum resurrected in the 1960s to kill a teen through a long dormant electric wire. Cults exist, as do alien encounters in Gravity Hills. It just goes on and on. Essentially, if something bothers you, there's a story about it happening in this ostensibly cursed canyon. The web's evil vibes date back centuries. Still, it wasn't until it was established as a fur trapping site in 1845 that things heated up, with word of the site's terror spreading far and wide and making it a position managed to visit as much for its beauty as a morbid curiosity. Riverdale Road in Colorado. Riverdale Road near Thornton, Colorado is squeezed with enough terrifying legends to bring even the most daring paranormal investigator to his knees. From a ghostly runner attempting to attack parked cars on Joggers Hill to various demons and a spurious Camaro pedaling up and down the twisty road. However, the gates of hell appears to be the focal point. The physical iron gates are no longer there, but what is left is a partial shell of an old mansion where a madman allegedly burned his wife and children alive. The only things that remain are the barren, scorched plot of land and a white-clad woman who wanders the area. She is accompanied by the ghosts of enslaved people allegedly strung up from the now-charred tree. Run away when you are doing something creepy, like a transient pack of dogs. You are presumably going to run into something much worse. Potentially hell, which some genuinely think is here. That could explain why so many demons were summoned in a strange underground chicken coop near a network of tunnels. It's unclear when things got really bad on Riverdale Road, but given the spirits of ghost enslaved people, it's reasonable to assume terrible things have been going on since the 1850s. And every time something pretty horrible happened throughout history, it kept piling up on this nesting doll of a horror show. Dudleytown, Connecticut, invariably referred to as a dark vortex. Legend has it that any visitor who steals an artifact from Dudleytown will be cursed. Visitors to the Dudleytown forest have reported seeing almost every type of paranormal phenomenon imaginable. People report seeing floating orbs of light and sinister wolf-like black shadows, grumbles and disembodied voices, and a general sense of dread in the area. Add a mysterious group called the Dark Forest Association that policies the groundwork with militant force, and you've got a serious case of what the hell is going on here. The pestilence of the Dudleys began in good old England when Edmund Dudley was decapitated for plotting against King Henry VII. This treacherous act appears to have brought a curse on the rest of the Dudley family, who emigrated from Guildford, England to Cornwall, Connecticut in 1748. Before a series of unforeseen disasters befell the family, they helped demonstrate a community centered on the town's then thriving iron industry. These disasters included a sequence of mysterious deaths, which sparked madness and suicide among the Dudleys, several of whom vanished into the woods, never to be seen again. The remaining residents wisely decided to abandon the town, which has since been neglected. Well, that's all we have today. If you've enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.